just thanks to the administration here. I just talked to Chancellor out front for allowing this game to happen the way that it did. When Dr. Stephen Broughton of Pine Bluff a few years back was on our board of trustees, allowed Arkansas to start playing in-state schools. As a lifelong Arkansan myself, I thought it was very important that we not only play them, but we play them on the road, home and home, not just at home. It created an unbelievably difficult environment for my young team. It was a tremendous showing by the community, by the students. The fans were on us relentlessly, but in a respectful way. Nobody ever crossed the line. It was a great atmosphere, and I'm just really thankful we had the opportunity to bring our Razorbacks down here. Proud of my kids for being more mature than I probably would have given them credit for and handling a really, really difficult environment to start the year. I looked at the box scores today of the earlier games, and I couldn't even identify some of the opponents that Power 5 schools were playing. Didn't even know where they were, don't know what division they were. But for us to go on the road, come down here, I think Pine Bluff's going to have a great season, especially when they get everybody healthy. We hope nothing but the best for them. I hope they win every game the rest of the way out.
Coach, 27-second quarter, what changed for you?
I don't know yet. I don't know if we just kind of settled in. I do know that our pace tends to have a little bit of a compounding effect after the first quarter. I just think they were so high. I think the lines were so high with just the energy that band brought. It gave us energy. It may have backfired because it gave our kids energy too. I just think UAPB had an unbelievable amount of energy, but I think our pace took toll in the second quarter. We took better shots. We got to the foul line. As your student body pointed out to me relentlessly tonight, we got a lot of work to do on free throws. Believe it or not, we shot it worse the other day against Arkansas Fort Smith. So I promise you we did practice it. They were accusing us of not working on it, but we just weren't very good at it. So I think that changed. And then in the third quarter, you look at the second half, and if you add that up, I think it's 33-28 them in the second half, isn't it? Now, I don't know how the box scores have been kind of a little bit being first night out, I know, but I felt like we were up more than 20 at half. So I think they won the second half. Yeah. So yeah, they outscored us in the second half. But that just shows you the type of team Dawn's building and has built. A lot of talent out there, and I know she'll figure out a puzzle. She's a great puzzle solver. She'll get them rolling, and I'm anxious to follow.
It felt like in the first half, there were a few moments where you can see, okay, Sailors, it's her first competitive game, but then she also really did settle in and had 3 threes in the first half. And what do you think of her just sort of stepping back into the first time?
It's incredibly hard to take as much time off as she's had. She didn't play her senior year of high school. She was hurt during part of that. And you can practice, you can simulate it all you want in practice, but until you've got that heart rate up like it got tonight, she will continue to find ways to impact us on both ends of the floor. But yeah, there was a brief stretch there where we really got it going. She's hard to guard because of her size. I don't know about the rebounds. It just seems like she had a lot more than 5 to me, but that was just the physicality of this game. But good to have her back for the first time playing Marion. This is Marion Dowda's first time really playing since her injury as well. So, I was hopeful that we would be able to play a little bit more of our depth, but they just kept coming at us in the second half. So we'll be really good and tired tomorrow. Fortunately, we have a day off, and we'll go vote and do all those things we do. But our most valuable player will be our athletic trainer, Simone. That's for sure.
When you talk about the physicality of the game, it felt like they ended up out rebounding y'all, and was it just it felt like you were able to get inside and get some good shots at certain points, but then in the second half, maybe not so much.
Yes, I didn't like that we fouled a whole bunch. We're normally a really low foul team, like we don't foul a lot, but we had to keep them in front of us. And then on some of those rebounds, they were just so aggressive. We ended up out of position and jumped on their backs a lot. But that, I think, is a credit to them. If you just come and watch them warm up, their coaches, staff got out there in warm-ups. They had them really going. They play incredibly hard. I think it has more to do with what they did and what we didn't do.
17 in the fourth quarter, coach, and talk about the shot selection that you were trying.
Not, I don't love it. I think we forced a few. I think it was almost like we were expecting to get a foul call and we were off balance. We really pride ourselves on that. So we got some usable film, I think. What you're pointing out. I think we probably rushed a few. I think we took them contested. And when we could have probably worked it a little bit longer into the shot clock. That's my fault. I haven't really in practice done enough correction. I like our kids to be aggressive. I want them to play loose and free. I don't want them looking over their shoulder, wondering if this is a good shot or not. That's up to me to fix in practice in the film room. And we'll get to work doing that. But again, I'm giving Dawn and her team all the credit for making those shots hard and making every rebound a challenge.
Like 20 asked, I mean, you had said, well, again, you brought 35-32 rebounding advantage.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the rebounding was what let you all get on the transition in the second quarter and open this thing up. So, you know, how do you explain, you talked about the physicality earlier, you know, how do you explain use of the last few advantage in the second quarter?
Yeah.
Still, UAPB had 3 more rebounds.
Sure. You know, I think it was who the rebounds were coming to. It was coming to our guards who can then turn that into transition. We don't have to run an outlet pass. We can turn it into transition. So part of it was who was getting them. I remember Mac and Sam both getting a couple, and Sailors can also take it without having to run the outlet. But yeah, defensive rebounding is the key to us getting out. We're normally pretty good on made shots, but their press bothered us a little bit. I was completely unprepared for that. We didn't work 1 second on it. So that's something new they've worked on this summer, I could tell. But again, I'm just going to keep going back to, I think UAPB played really hard. I think they never quit. And that's got to be, you know, I know Don's going to be disappointed because they've got a team that's going to be a lot of people. But I hope she goes back and finds a lot of good in that film. There's some good stuff in there.
That was game 1. You didn't take a shot.
I can't believe that. Is that right? I think she took some shots. That's not right. She took some shots around the basket. I just don't think that we're going to have to go back and restat it. And I know it's early in the year. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just, I know she shot it. I remember her shooting a couple. But here's the thing about that kid. I'm not sure it's right, but plus 30, it wouldn't surprise me if she was plus 34 when she's in the game. It really wouldn't, because she can impact the game in so many other ways that just don't show up on this. And that's why a lot of times, like, coaches in our league have never voted her all conference, because the stats never show that kid's impact and what she does in our locker room. She's a senior and Aaron are seniors, but Mac's our captain. And we got a tough bunch. Sometimes, and she's done a great job with it. But I do think she shot it a couple times.
Is this, Jewish the taste of it, but the taste that's Marin and Brain, is it
Sure.
sort of the next step for her?
Sure. Yeah. And you know, playing both of those guys out there on the perimeter really makes us hard to defend for 40 minutes. You might get us a possession or 2 or 3 or 5, but I just think over the course of a game, it's just got this wearing effect that I would hate to have to play against. Those two guys really complement each other. They've become roommates on the road. And so much of what we do is going to start with those guys, and then how they lead us. Sam and Mac.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask, I think the next game is Friday against Central Arkansas.
It is.
Hosting them, you've already come down here. What is it saying about the way you're scheduling Arkansas team, especially early in the season? Yeah.
And then we got Little Rock before that, and we got Arkansas State before Christmas. So we're playing everybody. When it became an option, we got on the phone, and like I said, as a lifelong Arkansas fan, I always wondered why we didn't play when I was a kid. I wondered why didn't we play those games? And I'm glad that we are now.
This is the first Arkansas fan I've heard say that.
You know, I don't know. I think there's more of us, you know, maybe us Gen Xers and that were born in the 80s, you know, born in the 60s and stuff. I think it's important to grow our state. I think it's important and we're going to lose these games. I've said it since day one. The day is coming when we're going to lose one of these, and everybody's going to write about it. And the SEC, we got the SEC chant out there, and I heard overrated on it. That's okay. That's cool. We expect that. but we all have to work together. When this state works together, we do great things. And I think I want a day when we've got 5 Arkansas teams in the NCAA tournament. All 5 of them find a way to get in it. I want that to happen before my little kids grow up. And I want it to be UAPB and Arkansas State and Arkansas Little Rock and UCA and us all battling for a NCAA tournament. Our high school coaches work so hard. Our youth, our summer leagues and our youth and our boys and girls clubs work so hard. I just think we owe it to them to keep playing these games.